Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to get right into this natural bead I'm going to do. I'm going to be using NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation as a foundation of today. Just dabbing it across my face, not putting a lot the first time. Just wanted to see how much this will cover with a little bit, and then I'll add more as I go along. But you're just going to dab that on your face. Then you're going to take your Real Techniques brush. It is called the Expert Face Brush. And you're just going to buff out the foundation that you placed on your face. Just making sure everything is blended properly. And I will say, Real Techniques does have a great line of brushes. Most of my brushes are Real Technique brushes. So if you're looking for a great brush, Real Techniques is the way to go. Here I'm just buffing out more of the foundation I put on, trying to make sure everything is blended correctly now. Now I'm going to take my NARS concealer as well as my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn, and that is how I'm going to highlight my face. And I know some people are like, why are you using two concealers? Well, the LA Girl Pro Conceal is a good concealer, but it doesn't have like the coverage that I look for in concealers, so I use that. Then I use a NARS concealer, which has a better full coverage that I like, so that's why I use two. But yeah, I'm just spreading it across my face, under my eyes, above my lips, on my chin, the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead. And that's just the areas that I like to highlight every day I do a makeup look. Now, with NARS being a very full coverage concealer, I like to focus on areas that I want to cover. For example, under your eyes, a lot of people may have like dark circles, sunken in eyes like I do. So yeah, I do recommend NARS if you're wanting to cover up areas such under your eyes. So this is how your face should look after you have successfully highlighted your face. We're gonna go ahead and take our beauty blender and just blend out all of that concealer that we placed on our face. And you're just going to pat it. Patting is the key to like successfully blending everything with the beauty blender. Alright, so I'm going in just making sure everything is blended to my liking, because if your face isn't blended, it does not look right at all. Here I have my Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Espresso to contour my face. I'm going into my cheekbones as well as the ridge of my nose, just to give my facial features some definition. Alright, so now I'm going in with my RT200 brush, another Real Techniques brush. Told you I love these brushes. And I'm just going to go in and blend out the contour that I put on my face. I couldn't find a word. Just going in, patting it down, and just blending it as I go along. Alright, so now I grab my Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Banana, and I also have my Real Techniques brush, another Real Techniques brush that I use to put my setting powder on. I know most people do prefer sponges as opposed to brushes, but I like to use a brush just because I sometimes get too carried away when I use a sponge and I put too much on, and that gives off ghostly looks, so definitely don't want to do that. So right now I'm just patting it down in the areas I placed my concealer on, making sure that it's actually getting into my skin. Alright, so I wanted to point this out because a lot of people don't do this, but I put setting powder right under where I contour my face just to make it pop a little bit. I do that on both sides. And you're just going to basically outline under where you've placed your contour on your cheekbones. Once you place the setting powder in all the places you put the concealer on, you're going to take your contour palette. This is from Black Radiance, medium to dark. And I'm going to take another Real Techniques brush. I told y'all I love these. And I'm basically going to powder contour everywhere that I put the contour on before. So basically on the bridge of my nose and on my cheekbones. You definitely want to make sure that you're blending it really well, the powder contour, because if you don't, it's going to look really weird when you have like a really strong line on your face, like on your nose or on your cheekbones. So you will definitely want to make sure that you're blending everything right. Here I'm just taking a large powder brush. This one is from Wet n Wild, and I'm just basically dusting off any excess setting powder I may have left on my face. Just trying to blend everything out, making sure everything looks great. And I'm just going around my face, everywhere that I put the setting powder. Alright, so now I'm taking my blush from Juvia's Place. I just recently started using blush, but I love how it makes your face look. It adds a little bit of color to your face, so definitely recommend blush. Doesn't have to be from Juvia's, whatever you want to do, but definitely recommend blush. I try to smile so I can see where my cheekbones are, and I just basically use a blush brush and pat it on my cheekbones and spread it across my cheeks. Alright, so now I'm grabbing my Anastasia Glow Kit, Sun Dip Glow Kit, and I'm going to be using the darkest color in the palette to highlight my cheekbones and my nose. I'm just going to go in a circle. Oof. Glow, child. I really love this highlight. But yeah, you just go in a circular motion on your cheekbones until you're content with the glow. I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder and spraying that around my face, just to bring all those powders, all those different products together. We're just gonna let that dry. Now I'm putting on some mascara, preparing to put on some 25 millimeters. To put on lashes, I use a normal lash glue. It's white and then it turns clear. The lashes I'm using are from my good sis Shadia. I'm going to drop her information below. They're in the style Deluxe, inspired by your kid. So now I'm just putting it on my lash line. It was being a little difficult, but I got that bib up there. And I probably used these lashes probably about 5 times, so they were really good lashes. I just soak them in hot water and take off the excess glue, and they're good as new each time. So yeah, they're really bomb lashes. And like I said, they're in the style Deluxe. I'm gonna drop her information in the description box. Once you've got your second lash on, you want to start lining your lips, just preparing to put in your lip gloss, and that will conclude your look. Okay, so this is the finished look once I've removed my do-rag. So yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video.